Christopher Lloyd! Welcome.
Hi.
They don't seem to want to hear from you at all, actually. I apologise. Very, very excited crowd here. How are you? How's Belgium treating you?
Good. That's all good.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. As I say, everyone is very excited, as are we. Thank you for coming in.
It was a pleasure. Been here before, and I really look forward to coming back. So
Yeah.
it's great.
A beautiful city. Good people. Most of them. Some of them.
It's been obviously a very busy day for you. Have you seen? We were just asking each other what our favourite costumes and things that we've seen today.
Favorite what?
Favourite costumes. Have you seen anyone dressed up in a particular way?
Yeah. I'm not sometimes sure what they are costume about, but it's a costume. It speaks. It really speaks.
Do you ever get used to seeing Doc Brown everywhere? I've seen the most Doc Browns I've ever seen, but I'm sure you see him all the time.
Well, my cousins.
yeah. It's over there. Alternate views. Yeah. It's incredible. Do you like doing Comic Cons?
Yes, I do. When I first started out, I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into, whether I should even think about it, and then sometimes I think, like, God, I gotta get out there and sign for 8 hours. But I arrived, and I sit down, and start signing, and you just get so engaged with the people and what they're all about, what they see or don't see, so it's like an 8-hour social club.
That's what we like.
It's really phenomenal. I'm very grateful.
That's great. That is great. Did you? Because Comic Con and fandom, obviously, something that has got really big in the sort of last 10, 20 years. Was it quite strange seeing like all these films you've been a part of, all these roles you've had, suddenly being so important to like so many people and some of your fans sort of just it's quite amazing. Is there anything when people come up to you? Is there any character you like seeing people dressed as yourself?
I don't know. I kind of like Star Trek, Captain Kirk or whatever.
Few fans.
I like the makeup, the manly costume. That's kind of fun.
That again, incredible. Just legacy to be part of, but like such an incredible role for you when you did it. Was that because Star Trek was as close to as big as it's ever been at that point? Was it strange to walk into it, knowing that?
Yeah, I wasn't like a deep fan. I know that I watched the episode here and there, and when they called me, I didn't understand what they saw about me that was in the character, But it was such a wonderful group to work with. The director, what's his name?
I can't remember the director. Wait. Someone else shouting out now.
Yeah. Anyway, it was just great work.
Yeah. Can you remember any Klingon?
Something like that.
Something like that. It's amazing.
Right.
How to incite the most odd boy that's ever existed in Belgium.
It's so remarkable because because when I started being a Klingon, I was handed a dictionary just as detailed as a Webster's dictionary. Nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and how to use them in a sentence, and phonetically, I mean, it was meticulously put together, an entire fake language, you know.
I mean, you might know this. Huh?
Do you still have the dictionary?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere along the way.
It's like all languages, if you don't use it, you just lose it.
Yeah.
Did you, I don't know if you'll know this, but how do they structure the language? Do you remember? Was it sort of, you just swap out word for word, or was the syntax all different?
The words?
Yeah, because like, did they just literally, this means this, and you use it in the same?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So there's some fake languages now, yeah, some fake languages now, they change all the order of the words and make it like old languages. It's fascinating. But Klingon was probably the first one that ever got that sort of, the first fantasy language at that level. So yeah, just knowing a few words. But being a Klingon is insane. Yeah, so good.
I have to ask a question because I think some people might be like me. My first experience of seeing you on screen was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And giving me nightmares.
Thank you.
In the Lovelace because you're terrified in that.
Yeah.
What was it like? Because obviously this was still quite early in terms of working with animated characters. What was that experience like? Have you?
Well, they were really helpful. Like when we were shooting, there was a guy, a clown comedian, I can't remember his name at the moment, but he made himself up as Roger Rabbit, a crazy costume, and he had a voice, so somehow he imitated what, and he'd be off camera. So when you were saying the lines, you would say them to him, and he lines back. So that was very helpful. You had to focus on somebody who made you want to look at it. They made dummies. Like there was a dummy of Roger Rabbit. It was about that tall. Like that. And it had weight, real weight, maybe 30 pounds or something. So, and you got to do the moves with Rabbit, rehearsing the moves in that weight. So you got to feel how you use your body to.
And your reactions are much more naturalistic. But obviously that was, how did you find that experience compared to all of your other on-screen experiences before that?
For film?
Film or anything really.
Well, I love doing character like that. I love doing character work. So everything, whatever I have to wear, whatever I have to do my makeup, if it makes the character more convincing, I do it. And I don't trouble with that. Yeah. But I tell you, a lot of people come up to me and said, how when they saw that film when they were kids, it made them cry.
Oh yeah.
They had nightmares and all of that. And I grew up when the first animated Disney films came out. Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs, Pinocchio, and all the others. And there was some moment in each one of them that gave me nightmares. The same experience. So it was, it's kind of like payback.
Perpetuate the nightmare. I mean, it's interesting you talk about how the costume makes you become a character in a certain way? Like, because you're such an incredible character actor. Do you find that, like, do you find the character quite quickly, or does it take quite a lot of process to find what voice you're going to use and what movement and stuff?
Well, when I'm reading it for the first time, or the first few times, I kind of get an image of the character from reading. I say, well, this guy looks, clues to the dialogue or what, so that when I get to rehearsal, or even before, talk to what I have in mind and make sure it's what the director wants, etc. Yeah.
It's even that though, like, because absolutely one of my favourite of your performances is obviously Festa, like, which is incredible, but that was such a big character already, and the way you interpreted that character, because obviously the old Festa had the high, like quite the high voice, didn't he, in the old series, and then you came in and you brought it down and made him gruff.
I just, I don't know, I grew up a big fan of Uncle Fester. I had comic, a magazine, and I had a lot of cartoons. And almost every week there'd be a cartoon by Charles Adams. And many of them were Uncle Fester doing something kind of sleazy, nasty, whatever. And I loved it. And then, so that passed, and then decades later, I get a call to be Uncle Fester in a film. I mean, what are the odds, right? So, I was ready.
What's beautiful about that, even when you were doing little movements then, you can see it creeping into your face. Or you can see it still in there. Yeah. Amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Obviously there's the new Wednesday show that's coming out on Netflix soon. And they recently announced that Fred Armisen is playing Uncle Fester. Fred Armisen?
I don't think I know.
No, it's just we've got some loyal fans in the audience. They just want you back. Would you have any advice to give to anyone else taking on the Uncle Fester role going forwards?
The word fester means to rot. Think about that. No, he's not really a bad boy, but he's got a lot of mischief. And he loves to do strange little things. But I don't think he's like malicious or he's just.
It's like just an extreme naughty boy.
Yes, I was going to say, like a kid who never grew up. I like it.
Yeah. Are they the most fun roles to play? Are they the most fun roles to play?
Yes. Yeah. Fester, like, what's his name? Captain Kirk. Or my role I played in the Klingon.
Yeah.
They're kind of far out physically and whatever they are.
Yeah. They're more clownish type, like not clownish, but yeah, as you said, more physical type characters. They're more physical characters.
Yeah.
Is there any character that you miss playing? Like, is there one character that stood out that was just, you just were attached to a little bit more, or do you love all the characters you play?
I don't know what it is. I'm kind of devoted to all of them. But a lot of people ask me what was your favorite movie or whatever. I know I had a lot of movies, but I have to answer one film, The Cuckoo's Nest. Because it was my very first movie. Working with incredible people. I had no film experience. And so it was a big deal.
So good. I'm so glad you said that. It's my favourite of your films, and like the ensemble in that. I recently saw, I've never seen it before. It's literally 3 weeks ago. Saw when Jack Nicholson, I think, got an Oscar, and he was filming One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and all the cast just filmed a speech with him, and it just looked like the most incredible set of people to be on set with. Like, everyone just seemed to just work with each other.
Everybody was into it. It was like, I think, a break for everybody. You know?
The balance of tone in that film, because like, with all these amazing comedic actors, all these dramatic actors, but the humanity in that film is just, it's just beautifully balanced. Yeah. I'm so glad that was one of your best experiences. Yeah. Did you go into acting to act? Because you obviously you started in like Taxi and things like that. So was comedy sort of the thing you loved, or did you just want to act?
I kind of just want to act. I mean, I love comedy, but I love really getting into a dark role of whatever sort. So I just, whatever, I get off creating whatever is there on the page, you know, just bringing it to life.
That's great. I realised we're going to let the audience ask you some questions, because we don't have much time with you and we really want to let you guys do. So, we've got about 15 minutes worth of questions, so if you've got a question above your hand, Thomas is going to try his hardest to get to you. So yeah, start where you are, Thomas, and we'll work forward. Yeah, we're going to try and go.
Hey, Christopher, me again. I wanted to know, you get the chance to see Back to the Future, the musical.
Yes,
So,
yes, I did.
How did you feel about it?
It's kind of wonderful. I mean, it's really, really extraordinary. The cast is great. The music, they've added a lot of music to it. It's fabulous. And one of the things I thought when I first heard that it's going to be a musical, I thought, how because DeLorean is so big, such a big character in itself, how are they going to do that? They put their heads together, it's fabulous, fabulous. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, I've seen it a couple times, and yeah, it's great.
We got a question
So,
here.
Doc, when is Back to the Future 4?
Fine.
I know you want it.
I don't know, but it's not on the books at the moment. Maybe something will come up.
Yeah. Thanks.
Do you get that question all the time, I imagine? People really want that film. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Hands up if you've got a question.
Yeah, Thomas will get to you. Yeah, we'll try and get down in front for you in a second.
Hello.
Hi.
So we know that you have been cast in. We know you have been cast in The Mandalorian season 3. Can you tell us more?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, of course.
But anyway, go ahead, I'm curious.
I'm curious to know that if you tell us maybe more, can we have maybe some more information about it? What are you playing?
Well, I could make something up. I'm playing, seriously, I can't remember.
He's playing in Klingon again.
Yeah, Klingon, right. He had a kind of a name. But he's, I don't want to spread lies.
No problem.
Well, yeah, very different angle. Yeah. Well, yeah. We've got another question with Gary. Yeah, we'll try and get her.
Hello. If you really had a time machine, what moment in time would you like to see?
I really had
A time machine. If you had to do the
time
work,
machine.
which moment in time would you like to see?
I think I like to 50, 75 years in the future from now. There's so much happening in the world, you know. A lot of it is, from my perspective, pretty scary. So many issues to work out and all of that. I'd like to come back 50 years from now and see where it went for this time, you know.
Great. Yes. Correct response, actually, audience. Where is Thomas? Oh, he's already over here. We'll try and get in the middle soon.
I was wondering, is there something in your career that...
Oh, yeah, just step this way slightly.
If there's something in your career you haven't done but would like to do still?
I don't know. Last summer, a year ago, not this last summer, a year ago last summer, I did a Shakespeare play, King Lear, and I'd love to do it again. That's you know.
Do you like doing theatre over film now, or is it a different mechanism?
I kind of started out with theater, so it's like home. It's a theater home, but I love doing film, television. I love good parts.
We love you doing all those things, so
Yeah.
we're happy whatever you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, the microphone's going out. Rowdy crowd. Yeah, we got a message down here for you. Question? Can we just get the mic up, sorry, Alex?
What's your favorite memory of Back to the Future?
Longest memory Back to the Future. Well, I like Back to the Future 3 the best. There was horseback riding, which I like doing, so that was great. And there was the scenery, the painted desert there in the beginning. I mean, Doc had a romance.
I have to say that every time I see Ted Danson in something with Barry Steenberg, I always think, no, she's Doc's girl. You can't be with Ted Danson, that's Doc Brown's girlfriend.
And also, how many of you are familiar with God, now I can't remember the names. A Texas rock band.
Oh, yeah, ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
Yeah, that is.
I was a big fan of ZZ Top, and and when we were filming in Back to the Future 3, there's a dance at night, I danced with Clara, and they had a band on stage to play the dance music and play music all through the night, a couple of nights, all night shoots. And the band that was chosen played all that music with ZZ Top. Oh my God. So that was pretty cool.
Were you already a fan of theirs?
Yeah, so.
Where's the microphone? Yep. Oh, we've got to wrap up, so we've got maybe last question possibly. So basically very sad. But please.
You were in
in an episode of Big Bang Theory, I think.
What?
You act in an episode of Big Bang Theory. You were.
Oh, the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Was it fun to meet the cast and play with them?
They were a wonderful cast. I mean, everybody had their particular character. They had a routine down, and they just played it. And it was a lot of fun to come into that and play it.
Do you find it interesting that things like the Big Bang Theory, because Doc Brown is now so seen as the mad scientist, like the knock-on, like you got to play Rick in live action Rick and Morty. Didn't you do the Rick and Morty? Do you ever watch that? Because you did the live action version of that for Adult Swim, didn't you? The
I'm not sure what you mean.
Rick and Morty is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's my voice. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, I approve. In fact, I thought, and I know this is just a crazy idea, but if it for Back to the Future feed, Rick and Morty are traveling through time, space in their way, and they go to some star or planet millions of miles away, somewhere way the hell out in the cosmos, and they land there, and they bump into Doc and Marty. And the story goes somehow combine the two, that they could make a story that
I mean, that would be the ultimate crossover.
White letters.
I hate to say this, but we have to get you to the cinema because you're going to introduce Back to the Future. So if anyone's going to that, oh my God, it's going to be incredible. So we have to say goodbye to you off the stage. Otherwise, we would keep you here for hours. But I think I say this for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Lloyd.